Hey, everybody, welcome to this live episode of Think Business Sales Edition. Jeff Gunsberg and I are looking forward to talking to Erin Person with ConnectEO Network. Erin, I'm really excited to talk to you for many, many reasons, Jeff and I both, because you are an entrepreneur. You launched this network about 2 months ago. We're excited to hear all about it. In summary, it is a platform launching which uses algorithms similar to a dating app to match entrepreneurs to helpful business connections and resources. And it's all about collaboration, accelerating growth, and getting people connected. And so I always love that because I think that's what allows every entrepreneur to grow faster. So before I have a lot of questions for you, but I don't want anything lost in translation. So describe what your network is all about and why you created it.
Our network is about building and growing together. We all share the mindset that we can go further and make a bigger impact if we all go together. And so we use collaboration. When I was researching and working individually with entrepreneurs, the common theme that I heard was, people would hide information. They would feel like they were always competing. And so what I want to get across is that there is more than enough resources to make you be successful, to make me be successful. And I don't have to hide anything from you in order to be successful. I can help you. And in helping you, I'm helping myself. So we use collaboration, partnerships, and we're really just building together. And the goal is to close the wealth gap and build generational wealth for people of color.
Yeah. Well, I love everything that you're talking about, the abundant mindset, the closing the wealth gap. Let's dive into that because that seems to be, the kind of the mission behind it all. And we were, talking a little bit before we got online. So talk about that a little bit more. I mean, what's all of our part in helping?
Well, there are statistics out there that say white men hold the majority of the wealth in this country. And in order to have a safe and fair environment for everyone, we need to distribute that wealth. And the solution that I've identified is building ownership, creating ownership. It's important for us to create our own in order to have say over, what happens. And I think that the actress that just passed away, her name is slipping my mind.
I know her.
Oh, from the I know who you're talking about too. Motown singer. Is that who you're speaking of?
Now her name is passing. I just drew a blank. It's early. Forgive me. But she said something that just really stuck with me, was that there is a sweet justice in knowing that your life was designed especially for you. Mm-hmm. And so I heard her say that, it was like on some post I saw a while ago. And it kind of just really just goes into this thought of we're all uniquely designed and created to live our own purpose, to live our own life. And what you have is not going to impact what God has for me. And so we're just working to push that mindset forward. And I think that is the main issue. When you have this, sorry if I'm rambling, but there's a legacy of slavery, segregation, discriminatory practices in this country. And I think a lot of that has impacted the mindset of people who were disenfranchised, discriminated against, oppressed. And our goal and our mission is to shift that and to say, what you have experienced, what you have endured, what your ancestors have done and have gone through before you is only to better position you in a place where you can create change. And and that you're not a victim of that. And so we're just really working to change that.
Yeah, I mean, that's great. Everybody is the individuality of people, and creating the mindset that you can be an entrepreneur, and you can do anything no matter who you are. And I think that's just an amazing thing to instill in people, and I think they need just no matter who you are, sometimes you just need some confidence and some guidance and somebody to help you through that. So that's awesome. So I have a question. So I was reading up a little bit on you, and I'm so interested in the progression of how you went to law school, and you're at Red Bull and you're at BET, and you're doing all these things, and how do you get from there to ConnectEO? How does that start?
I think it all just plays into the bigger story of creating access. I've always wanted to figure out a way to, and the actress name is Cicely Tyson. That just came to me. Oh my goodness.
Right, somebody had posted.
Good morning.
Yeah, okay. Good morning. Somebody had just posted in comments RBG. But it didn't sound like, yeah. So, all right, there we go.
The late rest in peace. Yeah. So I've always identified that my mission and my purpose in life is to create change for the Black community. How I'm going about doing it, it has been an evolving journey. I started in the justice system, trying to identify ways where I can change the laws that are negatively impacting people of color. And then I shifted into building my network, finding things that I like to do naturally, which is connecting, which is building relationships, which is building those partnerships. And so that shifted me into entertainment, which is also something that I'm very passionate about, TV and production. But then in doing that, I really realized that your network is your net worth. Yeah. And depending on where you live, where you grew up, where you worked, what college you went to, it really determines the access that you have to resources. And so I have been in a very blessed and fortunate position to be and work with these amazing companies, doing these amazing things, making these amazing connections, but not everyone that looks like me has that opportunity. Sure. And so I'm using my blessing and my network to spread it and to make it so that no one else is in that position.
I want to talk about more about your business and the sales and how you grew it. But as you're talking about closing the wealth gap, and you're talking about raising the level of consciousness, and you're talking about, everything that you're talking about, what does it mean for, I can't articulate my question. I'm going to come back to it. So I have a question, but I can't process it right now. But
it's early.
When you talk about growing, let's go back to sales for a second. When you talk about how you are growing your network, right? So you started this about 2 months ago. So as you're growing the network, how are you getting the word out to everybody so you can grow it and it can accelerate faster? Because it sounds like the more people that are in the network, the more people benefit, and the faster everybody else can grow. And so how are you using social media? How are you using marketing? How are you selling the services, out there in the world?
We actually announced our launch last week. So,
congratulations.
Thank you. But we have been, the way that we've been growing our network is through community building. And so we have a couple of different outlets. One is the LEAP workshop, which is a workshop that highlights entrepreneurs that took that leap from full-time employment, working for your 9 to 5, to full-time entrepreneurship. It's a challenging decision to make. And we highlight different entrepreneurs that had different experiences. And that's one of the things that I really love about that workshop, is because no one's story is the same.
Yeah.
And it shows you that, you know, your path is really your path. So it doesn't really benefit you to compare yourself to someone else, because their journey and their challenges are different. And so in that workshop, we also have interactive sessions where you can get free advice on different areas of business. So we had a business attorney come in, and she gave free legal advice, how to properly protect your company, what agreements that you need to have, what clauses to make sure that you have in your agreements, and you know, major issues that come up for entrepreneurs. They were able to ask questions and really connect with this attorney who is also on the network. So all of the panelists, the speakers that we use internally from our network, and it kind of provides a way for them to pour in and get something out. And so we also had financial advisors. They gave information on how you can legally and properly deduct things from your taxes, what's tax deductible, and like how to protect yourself and how to set things up correctly. We also have marketing and PR professionals come on. And so that was a great way to just get exposure, build our network, people see the value in what we're doing, and become a part of the family. And then we also have a series called A Space to Win. And A Space to Win is something that I'm very passionate about, because it highlights 2 to 3 entrepreneurs that are really killing it. They're doing their own thing, creating their own blueprint, but using collaboration to do it. So they really have that mindset that as I rise, I bring others up with me, and I don't have to shield information from you, because again, I have my own path and I'm going to be successful, and I'm going to help you be successful too. This is how you can do it too. So it's a beautiful series. We've grown our community through that as well. And it was great to see when the pandemic started, we had one of the recruiters from Shark Tank come in, and he really just gave so much information about where you can find access to capital, how you can continue to invest, what investors are still looking to invest in your company. Like it was amazing to see all of these entrepreneurs come together and say, okay, like this is how you survive. It's beautiful.
Yeah. And, you know, it's great for you to be able to put the folks into a position where, they're able to be in front of, folks like that, that it makes a ton of sense. It's a great thing that you're doing. And, I think being able to collaborate with others, and also while doing that, to be able to educate and get people to understand, where they can go and their potential is really cool. I want to just kind of understand myself, and for other people to understand too, as far as, I thought it was interesting too, when I was, kind of just reading about the software, as far as, basically how it works. I was interested to read that it's kind of working like on a platform of like the algorithms of like a dating app as well. How does it work? So everybody kind of understands that.
When I explain what it is, I always say it's Soho House and Hinge got married and had a baby and made ConnectEO. So Hinge is a dating app. Sorry, you cut out. I didn't hear you.
I said I'm old. I don't even know.
Bumble?
I've heard of it.
Match.com. There we go. Yeah, it's just the connection of, like a members only space where everyone has the same objective, and then the algorithm really, so it just takes the stress out of networking, and we really just do all the work for you. So you just say what you need, and we use our professionals that have the strategic background to connect you with those other entrepreneurs where we've identified there could potentially be a revenue generating opportunity there. So that's where the collaboration comes in. But then also, if you need business resources, with small businesses, you don't have those multiple departments. You don't have a legal department, or you might not have the finance or IT department. And so there are entrepreneurs on the platform that specialize in that. And so whatever you're looking for, HR, you can put that into the platform and it generates your connections.
That's great.
That's great.
Great. So you launched a week ago. Where will the business be? Where will ConnectEO be in 18 months from today?
When I think of ConnectEO, I think of Google. It's when Google first started, people didn't know what a Google was. The word sounds weird. And then sometimes when people when they see our name, they see connection, Connect One, what's a ConnectEO? The name behind it came from connecting entrepreneurs to opportunities, CEO, ConnectEO. And so where I see ConnectEO is in 18 months is a household name for entrepreneurs. It is a go-to resource to work with entrepreneurs to pour back into the community, to build generational wealth. I see ConnectEO being a resource to help people better provide for their families, pass something down to their children, leave a legacy, and they're all doing that and helping the economy through ConnectEO.
Love it.
That's great. So I was looking at something that I thought was really cool. I thought that maybe it'd be great to explain. But so as far as mentorship and getting yourself out there, I see that one of the avenues is doing this with really with young people starting super early. And I was reading about the virtue. Maybe you want to kind of explain that. I think that's a really amazing way to start and get people first off, obviously get the ConnectEO name out there, but also starting with people at a young age to, which you're obviously working with older people to that are already in the workforce, that are looking to advance themselves, but the problem or the issue that you see, it's also that you're working to completely stop it by starting people at a younger age, which I think is awesome. So.
Yeah, Ladies of Virtue is a dynamic organization. I mean, the things that they are doing is just, I've never been a part of an organization that is similar to this one. They really instill just virtuous qualities in their women or their young little girls. They start from elementary school, follow them through college, and they instill leadership principles in them, public speaking, presentations. They stress the importance of education. They do college tours. At the end of each year, they have a large project that they have to research. This year, they're creating a podcast. And, in researching a topic that is impacting the community, how they can fix it, coming up with solutions. I mean, they're teaching them strategic thinking, and I'm just so glad to be a part of it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's great. Talk a little bit about, how somebody can get involved, the different tiered options that somebody can get involved with, and, where they need to go to sign up.
Sure. Well, you can go to www.ConnectEO Network.com. And on that site, you will see an option that says sign up. There's a free option, and the free option will allow you to get your business out there, say what you're looking for. I connect personally with the entrepreneurs that sign up just to build that connection, build that relationship, and get a better understanding of what you need in order to build and grow your business. And then there's the premium option, which gives you full access to the site. We have exclusive content. The Space to Win content is on the site. It is So inspiring. I mean, I know it's ours. I'm a little biased, but it really is very good. I mean,
Right.
even
you should feel that way, right?
The feedback that we get is consistent with that. And so you're able to use the algorithm, search for connections, make connections. We also have a project management tool within the app, so you can manage all of your relationships, contracts, deliverables within the platform. And then the platinum option gives you the ability to advertise within the app. And so, so that's on the website, but we also have our YouTube page that has the content from the LEAP workshop. You don't have the full experience with the music and the networking and all of that, but the content is there. So if there's any way that you want to just, get some valuable resources, check out our YouTube. We post on there, and there's great content. And then you can follow us on Instagram, which is ConnectEO Network.
As far as, those are, the people utilizing the service, how do mentors get involved? How are you searching and finding, appropriate candidates to be mentors?
You mean the panelists and the...
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Well, that's basically built off of my personal relationships, off of relationships that I've created through the platform, just getting to know the entrepreneurs, what they're doing, and how they're impacting the community. And I always say, just do good work and do it in the spirit of excellence, because you never know who's watching. And I'm always watching. So if I'm always watching, I know someone's watching me.
Yeah.
So just operate that way. But that's how I find people.
Yeah. Erin, I'm so glad we got connected. I love everything that you're talking about, what you're doing, the leaps that you've made, the jumps that you've made to create a network, to just help as many people as you possibly can. I think you, Jeff, and I all share that foundational theme in what we do, right? Help as many people as we possibly can. And that's what's so fulfilling in life. And so, creating networks and creating community and creating an environment where people can grow at a faster rate and teach each other, be students, be teachers, all within the same, 5 minutes is really a gift. And I think what you've created is incredible. And I'm excited to continue to watch it grow and flourish and just and do amazing things. We're going to do a quick speed round, Erin. You ready?
Okay.
All right. The best piece of wisdom you've ever received?
You can do all things.
It's a good one.
This maybe is the same answer for this one. What's the most important thought for a young entrepreneur to have in their mind in today's times?
The most important thought is that you have the power to create. You are a creator, and you always have power in every situation. So Maya Angelou said, if you don't like something, fix it. If you can't fix it, change the way you think about it. She says change your mindset or something like that. But in that situation, you always have control.
Yeah. She also said, when you know better, do better, which is one of my favorite quotes. Last question, Erin. Define yourself in one word.
Intentional.
All right. That's a great word. All right. Tell her that's a great word. Yeah. That's a great word. Tell everybody again how to connect with you and how they can join your incredible network.
Follow us on Instagram at ConnectEO Network, and then also join our network at www.connecteonetwork.com.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Erin, thank you so much. It was a pleasure. I'm so glad we got connected. I appreciate you being on the show and sharing your thoughts, your wisdom, and your spirit. Thank you. Jeff, I'll let you close it up.
Yeah, thanks so much for being on, and I think it's so important discussing, inspiration, collaboration, and sense of community, and what you're doing is really awesome. And thank you again so much for being on the show, and we appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for having me.
Thanks,
Happy
Erin.
Friday.
Happy Friday, everybody. All right. Take it easy, everybody. Thanks, everybody. Think community. If Erin can help you, reach out. Talk to you. Thanks, everybody.